I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
A first down for the offense. Makes a grab over the middle. Makes a catch and knocked down. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. Quarterback extends the play. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20. And the Longhorns will call on their punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The give to the back. Still on his feet at the 45. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it's hard to get a hand on, hard to get him to the ground.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Bunch formation for these receivers. They'll go back to the air on second down. Using the quick game. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Notre Dame right back to the line. He's starting to get in touch with his inner Joe Montana as the Irish are moving the ball up top.
And I think that's always the question with the Irish every year is who's going to play quarterback. We know their brand and we know who they are, but are they going to get ballers at that position? Are they going to get a great Ian Book, a great Brady Quinn? That's the next step, and if they find that guy, Notre Dame can do everything they want to do and be great in college football.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. They'll run the screen. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling past and kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Notre Dame 0.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? He's looking to throw. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. Touch pass on the run. And he was dying to push his way in there, but he's knocked down at the 3. 4th down and goal from the 3. Can the defense get a stop? The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Notre Dame.
4th down and goal from the 3. The playbook is pretty much wide open here. They'll go to the air. Going for 6. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when they're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away.
Texas.
Returner's going to try to see what he can get. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
Will take over. 1st and 10.
And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, Davey. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Right back to the well. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy in the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. The Longhorns with the 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Quickly complete. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
And the pass hits, picked off. Got room on the return. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Handoff to the single running back. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Looking for more room. Able to stay on his feet and get the ball to the 21-yard line.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Finds his target down the middle.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2. The Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 4th down, looking to pass. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
And aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
The give to the tailback. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Using his legs to buy some time. It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline.
Nice catch there. You know, I think back to great Golden Dome wide receivers and Tim Brown, who won a Heisman, Rocket Ismail, obviously. How about Jeff Samardzija? There's a name you don't hear very much anymore, but he was awesome for Brady Quinn back in the day. And all those guys had the ability to win one-on-one. Their quarterbacks knew that if they had that matchup outside, they were going to take it. And I think this quarterback feels the same way about that guy. He is just so dynamic inside.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his 2nd interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got his man on the right.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
He'll field the butt and see what he can get. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Here comes the Texas offense. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense, it's going to come down to critical down and distances, right? Down in the red zone, 3rd down, 4th down. I like them being aggressive. They just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and they kind of know what the defense gave them last time. So let's be more aggressive and take advantage of that defense on this drive.
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Looking to move it through the air. Trying to beat the D deep. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. Got some room to run. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Quick handoff. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. On second down, wants to throw it. Fires to the tight end. Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off the spot, he gets outside the pocket, and a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
Snags it over the middle. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Now from inside the red zone. With the catch, it's Ackerman. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
Turnover margin always goes such a long way in deciding who wins the football game. Interception number 3, that is no bueno. Got to take care of the football. Can't keep putting your defense in a bad position, putting them on the field time and time again.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw in that out route.
Gonna let it fly. Makes the catch on the left. Hit the afterburners, kid. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Longhorn! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
There's usually 2 different thought processes when I'm backed up towards my own goal line. Run it, create more space, or take a big shot and try to make a big play. And did this offense ever make a big play? 90-plus yard touchdown. That is how you do it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. Fair catch, called for and made. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Throws to the tight end. He makes the catch. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Looking to the big tight end. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to go here in the second half, and Notre Dame will kick it away.
Texas.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man.
Texas Longhorns will take over 1st and 10.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They have the lead to start the 3rd quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger, and we might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Now on the option. Now the toss. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. They'll try to get the first through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. The Longhorns send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Ready to get moving. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Got it on the outside. It's Murray. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. He's got the back in the middle. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
And this is why checkdowns are so big. There's a lot of quarterbacks in these types of situations on 3rd down. They just want to make the home run, highlight-type throw. But a nice job being poised and making a good decision, checking it down to the running back here to help your offense out.
Just keep giving them the easy catches until they do something to stop it.
Yeah, you're going to dictate to the defense. You're going to make the defense cover him up, and then obviously it leaves the middle of the field a little bit more wide open for receiver for a tight end. So QB keeps making the right decision, getting the ball to running back, and he's making plays.
The short hands, it's Wilkinson. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Big time throw in that last play. You know, you think about great Notre Dame quarterbacks. I think back to a couple of Joes. Joe Montana, Joe Theismann. They'd love what they'd be seeing right now from this kid. He's got arm talent. He's got accuracy. And because of that, he gives this offense the ability to light up the scoreboard.
So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. These fans trying to be like a 12th man on defense and help them get a stop. He's looking to throw. He wants it all. And it's caught. Touchdown, Irish. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? You peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost the race.
Lining up for the PAT. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Tulane is getting smoked today. This is an eye-opener. It's the type of game that can just demoralize a fan base. They're trailing by 28 to South Carolina. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Gets it out quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. They get the completion, and that's one thing, Jesse. If you're going to get this guy on the ground, you better come in to make the tackle like you mean it.
Man, that was a heat-seeking missile coming in there. He knew he had a lot of work ahead of him with that big fella making the catch. Nice tackle.
And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
I love when players understand situations, and they understand where the first down marker is, and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big.
He's going for the big play. And that is interception number 3 on the day. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Here comes the offense on first down. He'll start this drive firing. Fires downfield. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point and he was able to come away with the pick.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the offense trying to catch him off guard a little bit, running that draw play, but the defense wasn't fooled. Everybody stayed in their lane, and they're able to get the tackle for loss.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And he's got it inside the 25. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. An explosive play takes them right outside the red zone, and they've got it 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. He makes the connection. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Into the end zone, and it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
Man, I've been there. This is one of those games you just want to forget right away and turn the page. 4 picks now thrown by this guy, and you're just not able to make your reads. Things aren't clicking. You're not seeing the field, and the ball's not coming out right. Next week cannot come soon enough for him, I can tell you that.
And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll boot it away from their own 20 after taking the safety. He'll bring it back. It's Washington.
Returner brings it out to the 42. And your Texas Longhorns will take over. 1st and 10.
Offense set on first down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. It's complete. A huge pickup. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Gets it out fast.
Take the profit, right? Pitch and catch. Defense in zone coverage. Receivers got some access. Just spit it out to him. Let him catch it, advance, and get what he can get.
And the Longhorns have pushed it inside the 20. They'll run it on the counter. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Started this drive with a bang, but now it is third down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. And the Longhorns will hustle to the line. Quarterback checking the play. He's looking to throw. And he's got it! Touchdown, Texas! They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. They're just about ready to kick it away.
Texas.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. With jet sweep pass. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third.
That's the end of the third quarter. Texas, 23. Notre Dame, 14.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Get a big play like that last one, you flip the field, you change the momentum. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. He wants to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Thomas.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
And now on second down for this offense. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Unloads to the right. And the missed connection on third down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds his man and they convert. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Going up top on 1st down. Lets it go. Makes the catch. And he will score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They got the score they needed, but this isn't over.
No, don't call it a comeback yet. The first part, step 1 accomplished. But this offense obviously still has work to do. But the defense has to go out and get a stop and get him the ball back.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point.
Texas, 23. Notre Dame, 21.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Texas.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. He rifles one deep to the left. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Going the other way, and he's got room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but it's only by 1 possession, so you got to be so careful with your decision-making. And that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well in this sudden change situation.
Makes the catch. It's Ackerman. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
That big play has them in business. 1st and 10 inside the 20. Quick touch pass to the receiver. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate.
Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Quarterback never saw his guy early enough. He was open right away, but was just late getting him the ball. Receivers jumping up and down saying, yo, I'm here, throw it to me. But by that time, the defense had already figured out where he was, and because of the late throw, they're able to come up with the interception.
Unloads it downfield. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Makes the pass. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
Quarterback now breaking the field. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw it. You've got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard. So you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
And you want that clock to run. At the 40, there he goes. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Longhorns look to keep this drive humming. To the air on first down. Looking to take a shot. And it's caught inside the 30. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal. So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed the clock. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. The Longhorns headed quickly to the line. He's going to pass on second down. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! This dude is lighting it up for the Horns, and some old-school Horn fans starting to think about that 500-yard four-touchdown day Vince Young had against Oklahoma State.
Bringing back great memories, and there's been some good runs at quarterback. You think about Colt McCoy, too, man. He put up some serious numbers, some serious wins. Can this be the next guy to catapult this offense, to bring Texas back to prominence?
Here come the Irish back on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed. He's looking deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Last incompletion leaves him still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Shoots it to the left. Got his man. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Looking to go up top on first down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Got rid of it just in time. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
He wants to throw it again. This one's complete. Across the 25, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On first down, here comes this offense. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Wants to go up top. He'll try to do it himself. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. Notre Dame now operating in the red zone. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
And perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Caught behind the line. It's Murray. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Extending the play. can find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And now trailing with a little over 2 minutes, it's looking bleak. My defense has got to go out there and get a stop immediately. I got to stop the clock as fast as I can, try to save as much as I can, and then put my 2-minute offense together. There's a lot that has to go right for me to get back in this ballgame.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. This is a big third down. If they can move the chains, they can just about salt this game away. The play action fake. He's taking the shot. This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always, always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Comes out throwing on first down. That one falls out of bounds, incomplete.
Yeah, I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the fourth quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
He wants to take the top off. Pulls it in inside the 10. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stop? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Now down by 2, inside a minute to go. If they can get this onside kick, maybe they could get into field goal range. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. This is where the pressure can start to build a little bit, trying to hold on to a 2-point lead. He hurls one deep down the left side. Nearly another interception. It'll be second down.
I feel like the defense is just living rent-free inside the quarterback's head right now. Of course, they got the pick last drive, and they almost got a pick right now. Right now, they are fooling this quarterback with pre-snap and post-snap looks.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. Quarterback will audible. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. They stop him after a short game. Probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with fourth down coming. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. That one comes out hot down the right side. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
College football is a game of inches. Let's see how this thing plays out, man. It was just trying to ice the game. If they could have gotten that fourth down, that was ball game. Now the opponent has life. Their defense has given them a chance. Let's see what they can do.
Throws for the tight end. catch in the middle. It's Walters. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. He's going to pass. Pressure coming. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming, and there it is. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Fires deep toward the end zone. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the fourth quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you, and that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Trying to get to it. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football. Fourth down, great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
From the gun, running back gets to give. At the 45 on its way. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense in their running game. That time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown in the final play. The denouement, the epilogue, the finishing touch.
And some people might say they should have taken a knee, run the clock out. This offense believes, I'm going to run the football. It's your job to stop it. And they add a rushing touchdown and another 6 to the scoreboard.
It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence